All right, welcome back, everybody. In this video, we will be discussing Defensive Player of the Year. All right, so ultimately that
Right.
went to Giannis Antetokounmpo this year, and the other finalists: Anthony Davis, Rudy Gobert. Annual appearances from all three of them, but this year it goes to Giannis. Rourke, what were your initial thoughts on Defensive Player of the Year?
I didn't have any. I don't care about this award. Doesn't even cross my mind. What is it again?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
We get award
uh,
for defense. Okay, now, yeah. Defense player of the year. Giannis, as much as I rag him because I think Harden's very deserving of the MVP over Giannis. Giannis, no doubt, was a dominant defensive player, not only guarding his position, but also as a help defender for the Bucks. And it was a reason why they were one of the best defensive teams throughout the year. And I think that Rudy Gobert, like you said, he's won it. Was back to back. I think he could have deserved it again. This is another one of those awards where I think all three of these guys, it's right up there. It's hard to differentiate. I think an argument can be made for AD, Giannis, or Rudy Gobert as to how much they impacted their team defensively and the reason why their teams were so good defensively. Obviously, the Lakers and Bucks, they have the better record, so I think that gives AD and Giannis an extra push. But Gobert, there's no doubt that people consider him the best center defensively in the league and the best help in the paint. He definitely clogs it up. And Giannis is more kind of a help defender, whereas Gobert's a help defender, but he's kind of staying in the paint. Giannis is coming from all different angles, trying to help out the floor. And Giannis's numbers did jump defensively in his defensive efficiency. So I think it is very rewarding for Giannis that he gets this award. And yeah, sure, I give it to Giannis.
For sure. And initially, when I saw that Giannis had won it, I assumed it to be a more popularity award. I didn't think, I thought Gobert would have been a better statistical winner. And after doing my little research, I actually found that Giannis did deserve it, right? One thing that I feel like always gets mentioned in the argument for who should win Defensive Player of the Year is a team's defensive ranking. And the Bucks, one of the best teams on defense the past 2 years, if not 3 years. I believe they've placed top three the past 3 years, and they've been being number one the past two. Right now, also Giannis specifically had a 40% field goal percentage for when being shot up against. All right, so that means that when opponents tried to score on him, they shot 40% on average. All right, and looking at Anthony Davis, it was actually 44%, and looking at Gobert, he actually had an over 50% effective field goal percentage for an opponent. All right, so that's something I did not assume. I thought Rudy would have the lowest of the three, just being a center, being at the rim. But I think one thing that needs to be mentioned about Giannis is his fouls per game did not increase while having that field goal percentage. And even though he actually had lower blocks and lower steal averages than he has since his rookie year, at least in terms of blocks. But still keeping your fouls down is an incredibly hard thing to do as a defender, especially in the NBA, especially modern day NBA, when more fouls get called for each player. Giannis keeping his averages low in fouls per game and also keeping a very low effective field goal percentage by opponent. A very impressive thing to do.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with you. Giannis is very deserving for it. Anthony Davis, I think, kind of maybe got snubbed if you were going to talk about it. I did highlight how Gobert has been a dominant defensive player, but I would rank him this year specifically Giannis, AD, then Gobert. But like I said, any player was deserving for it this year.